today. And then after that, my husband asked me to stop at one or two of these little, well, one's a flea market, one's, I guess they're both flea markets actually. He needs some jeans, and so I'm gonna stop and look and see if I can find some. And there's also a thrift store I'm gonna check at too. So I was just gonna make a quick run to the dentist and then get on home and get some things done, but after he suggested I stop and look for jeans, then I think I'm gonna turn it into a mini shopping day. I should still get back in plenty of time to get stuff done this afternoon, but you know, it's a rainy day. It's I don't know, I guess I just feel like goofing off, and since I'm going to be stopping and looking quick at those stores anyway, I may as well take a quick look around. So I'm allowing myself a little bit of extra time to kind of browse a little bit. I didn't have anything, didn't have today really tightly scheduled. I just have to bake some bread, and I forget what else on my to-do list. There's not tons that had to be done today, so should be fun. I hope so. Okay, we're out of the dentist and I'm walking over to a little flea market shop thing on the square. And I kind of don't think I'll find jeans there, but I want to look around there anyway, so. Okay, I did not get any jeans, but I found, this is so typical of us ladies when we go in looking for one thing, the Fanny Farmer cookbook by Marion Cunningham. There's a lot of these Fanny Farmer cookbooks out there, but the original one was written in the, I forget exactly, early 1900s. And to me, I mean, they're great cookbooks, but they're not, this is the edition to get, in my opinion, the one that by Marion Cunningham. She, I guess, went through, actually, the one I had, I believe, had a section by James Beard as well. So this, I might have had the edition that came right after this one. I'm not sure, but I flipped through it, and it's got a lot of the same recipes, and it looks really good. So I was really glad to get it. I mean, even though I have one at home, it's one of those things that if there's something you really love and you see it for $2, you know you can always pass it on to somebody, or my other ones have literally fallen apart. And then I couldn't really resist this. Race Day Grub, recipes from the NASCAR family. My husband's a huge NASCAR fan, and I had to pay $4 for this. I would never normally pay $4 for a cookbook at a thrift store, especially when I hardly use cookbooks. But I figured, I don't know, he might think it's something kind of special if I make, especially if I can find recipes by some of his favorite drivers in there, or their wives. So anyway, so I'd say I scored pretty good, especially when I didn't actually go in there looking for those things. I didn't, like I said, I didn't find any jeans, but there's another thrift store and another flea market I'm heading to right now, so hopefully we'll do better there. Well, I'm leaving Dollar Tree and ready to head home. As usual, I forgot to film in the second flea market I went to and the thrift store I went to. But it would have felt kind of weird at the thrift store because it was just a teeny tiny little place and there was only one lady in there. I mean, it was the lady that ran the thrift store. And so I just kind of felt weird about getting the camera out there. So, but yeah, the other flea market, I really totally forgot to film both places. So anyway, did not find any jeans. I got a few little storage things from Dollar Tree. I went in there thinking I would get a few little decorative things because, to be honest, I think Dollar Tree does a pretty good job of making some nice looking decor for cheap. I mean, you're paying $1.25 for this little thing. You know it's not going to look fantastic, but they're a pretty decent knockoff, I feel like. So I went in there thinking, oh, well, maybe I'd get some of those cute little, like, cloth pumpkins. And they had these little shiny metallic, they're plastics painted one, but they look like they're metal. And maybe get some candlesticks and this and that. And I thought maybe I'll do, like, some kind of little centerpiece for my table, because I've really been wanting to do that. But then once I actually get in there, I start looking at the fake leaves and the fake pumpkins and everything, and they look cute, but I'm still not, I feel like I kind of want to put real stuff there. You know, it's like I still have not ever been able to decorate my house with fake flowers. I always buy real flowers, or my husband buys them for me. And also, I've never grown the mini pumpkins, but I've seen the mini pumpkins and the corn stalks and everything, and I don't know. I mean, I like the way, like, okay, I watch all these Facebook reels all the time of these perfectly curated centerpieces and stuff, and they're so pretty, they're so cute, and I think, oh, I would love to do that. But then it's kind of like, even though I like them on the Facebook reels, they don't really go with my style about half the time. And then another thing is, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna spend money on these, and they're not even real, and then I'm gonna have them up for a few months, and then I'm gonna have clutter, because I'm not gonna want to throw them away. If I do throw them away, I feel like that's wasteful. If I don't, we have a small house. Where am I gonna store this stuff? So, anyway, I'm just ranting right now, because part of me is telling me, go back in and get something pretty, do something pretty, and the other part of me is like, do something pretty with real stuff. Go out in nature and find real things to make your house pretty with. And so I got this battle going on inside me right now. So I need to go get groceries tomorrow in another town, and I may stop at their Dollar Tree there if I decide to. Depends which side of me wins. So anyway, gotta head home. Well, see you all in a little bit. I got home a little while ago. I always ground some flour and got some bread mixed up. Got it rising. I just mixed it in the KitchenAid so it doesn't look the greatest. I mean, it doesn't look smooth, but it works. Got some laundry going, and then I decided to experiment. I'm making butternut squash with green beans and chicken tonight. This isn't an actual recipe. It's nothing I even saw an idea for. It's just all kind of in my head. So we'll see how it works. I used some of my own smoked salt. I smoked some salt quite a while ago in my husband's smoker. And so I used some of that and some smoked paprika with some black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And I just thought those flavors might complement the sweetness of the squash nicely. So we'll see how it tastes when it's done. This smells fantastic. I really think it's going to be good. I forgot to actually look and see what time I put it in, because for years and years, I baked with a wood cook stove and did all my cooking and baking on that. And so I never used a timer or anything, never paid that much attention to how much time things cooked, because it just really varied by what kind of wood I was using and what size pieces they were and everything. So I got in the habit of just watching stuff to see when it's done. But I think this took about 20 minutes. I think it took, well, maybe a little bit more than that. Might have been like 25 minutes. I'll have to do it again to... Where did I just put my fork? I'll have to do this again so that maybe I can write down how long it took everything. But, yep. Chicken's done. Squash is nice and soft. Yep. I think it should be real good. So it's, I almost said Monday. Wednesday. This is my usual grocery shopping, errand running day. So I'm getting ready to run out the door real quick. But I wanted to show you guys something. Remember just yesterday I was just talking about how I wanted to do fall decorations, but I really didn't want to just buy the cheap plastic fake stuff. I wanted to do real stuff. Well, I was thinking I probably would resort to doing a little bit of the fake stuff, but this morning when I went down to our, there's a local like food bank, grocery grab kind of thing. It's for anybody in the community. You don't have to be low income or anything, and it's by donation. So I always give them a donation out of my grocery budget because I just figure it's like part of grocery shopping, and you can get literally anything there. So I just wanted to show you that today I got 3 of these little mini pumpkins in our box, and so I was so thrilled with that. And I did buy a little tray at Dollar Tree yesterday, so I'm gonna try to come up with some kind of a little arrangement. I'm thinking with between the tray and these and some candles and that, I could come up with something pretty that's real. I kind of wish our leaves were changing color, but here in southern Arkansas, they're still going to be green for a while, and they'll likely just turn brown in fall. They're not going to be like pretty like they would be in the northern states. But still, I can gather acorns. I can probably, there's a lot of pines around here. I could get pine cones, but that's more winter-like. But yeah, I'm just going to see what I can come up with things I can just like find around the yard, and that's natural and still looks pretty. So. But for now, I'm off to town, so I will see you all in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. It's Wednesday afternoon. I got my shopping done and everything. Got home a little while ago. Still have to put things away. I didn't end up buying anything to do a like table arrangement with, like I was wanting to. I just decided I'm just gonna walk around the yard, see what I can find. So I found a few acorns, a few leaves. But really nothing looks nice right now. Here in Arkansas, everything's still green. So nothing looks fall-like at all. And anything that is like dried is like shriveled and dried. Doesn't look good. But over on the edge of our property, I found these. I don't even know for sure what kind of grass this is. But anyway, so I picked every seed, had every stalk, and they're very, very long. I need to trim those. So I have those, my mini pumpkins. Oops, sorry, I'm probably making you guys dizzy doing this. My tray, a candle or two. I'm just going to see what I can make out of this. It may not be like what you see on Pinterest, but hopefully it'll be pretty. Well, it's Friday afternoon, and I've been cooking. I'm getting a birthday meal made for my dad and my brother, one of my brothers. We're going to Missouri this weekend to celebrate that with them. And yeah, so I've been kind of busy today with that. I'm ready to sit down and take a little bit of a break, and I thought it would be a good time to break out the pumpkin spice coffee creamer. I haven't done that yet this year, and I am ready to make a batch. And I thought I'd like to share that with you all, so here we go. Okay, so first, have yourself a jar to stir it up and to store it in. And we will, actually I'll put the, what do I do first? Yeah, I'll go ahead. We'll have 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. Hope I got that in the camera. I can't see from here. Sorry, you should have a better way to level it off. We're going to grab a little spatula. Okay, that's better. I should have had this ready. So 2 tablespoons. Of the puree. And the rest of your can, now you can make this in a bigger batch. I'm just making a small batch for right now because my husband and I are going out of town and we won't be here to use it. And it'll keep a while in the fridge. But to be honest, I end up drinking my coffee black about half the time. Sorry, there was a little ant I was just trying to squish. Came out of my leaves, my pumpkins there. Yeah, I drink my coffee black about half the time, so I don't always get the creamer drank in time, so before it goes bad. So I tend to make a smaller batch. So if you want to make a smaller batch like that and you have all that pumpkin left over, or even with the bigger batch, you're still going to have pumpkin left over, you can pop that in a Ziploc and throw it in the freezer to save for later, or make yourself some muffins or pumpkin bread or something to go on the side. So that would be good too. Okay, then you'll take a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, packed brown sugar, light or dark, however you prefer. This I actually made with white sugar and molasses because I was out of brown sugar, so it's more like a dark brown sugar. Okay, now you'll take a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. You can make your own. I'll have a recipe for that up shortly. So you can either make your own or you can use a store-bought one. I tend to like homemade better just because I like a little bit of the darker flavor of a little bit more clove and a little bit more ginger. And I feel like the store-bought ones tend to go a little high in like the sweet spices like nutmeg. And I mean, it's good. It's just, I like the homemade better. Then we'll have a teaspoon of vanilla. And then you will add a 1/2 cup. I'm just going to eyeball this because my markings are worn off my measuring cup from the dishwasher. 1/2 cup of cream and a cup. Oops, I should shake this. This is whole raw milk from a local farmer that I actually get for we barter. I make her baked goods and that she supplies me with milk. So 1/2 cup of whole milk. Put the lid on. You could do it with a whisk or whatever if you want to, but I just shake it well. Shake it real good. Okay, it's thoroughly mixed. Just keep this in the fridge and use it as desired. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining me in my randomness of the week. It was fun having you all along. One note I wanted to make about the coffee creamer is that I don't like my coffee super, super sweet, so I keep it on the toned down side as far as sugar goes. You can adjust that to your own personal taste if you like it sweeter or whatnot. And you can also use maple syrup or honey or really any sweetener you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be brown sugar or even sugar at all. So just sweeten it to taste with whatever you like, and just keep the proportions of everything else about the same. So if you would like and subscribe to my channel, if you haven't already subscribed, please go and do that. And like and share. Feel free to like and share these videos. That'll really help me out a lot. And until next time, take care and God bless.